Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my April favorites and we are just gonna ignore that I'm posting this on the last few days in May. Let's just ignore it. It didn't happen. I had to be at work every weekend and my job requires traveling, and I was only home like 2 days every week and I just didn't film, so I apologize. I'm actually done with work now for the time being, so I want to be more frequent in my posting, and I'm excited to get back into this. As you can see from me trying to figure out my layout, I went for a neutral craft paper type of theme for my April favorites, and I really like how it turned out. It just was very simple. I actually do want to start posting more aesthetic journaling videos and not TV or anything like that inspired. I just haven't been feeling very creative with just working so much, but I'm hoping to start getting back into the swing of journaling, and I just really hope I can post more aesthetic journaling videos soon. Now for my favorites of April. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm a huge Marvel nerd, and Bucky and Sam have been my favorite characters for a really long time. And just them having their own show and them being the dynamic duo of Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan, it was just perfect. I loved it so much. I also want to say that this washi tape that I'm using and all the washi tape in that tray that I just pulled out are all from the washi tape shop, and I'll have a link in my description for you guys. I'm obsessed with their washi tape. It's just so beautiful. And another TV favorite for April was Shadow and Bone. Oh my goodness, I'm obsessed with this adaptation on Netflix. If you didn't know, Shadow and Bone is a book series, and the Shadow and Bone TV show follows the Shadow and Bone books and the characters from the Six of Crows duology by Leigh Bardugo. And Six of Crows is my favorite book of all time, and it was just so amazing seeing my favorite characters come to life, and Netflix just did a fantastic job. The show was just so good, and I need season 2 like yesterday. I think the casting for this show was just absolute perfection, and let's just say that all the actors understood the assignment. They really understood the assignment. So if you haven't read Six of Crows or watched Shadow and Bone, go do both of those. You will not regret it one bit. I actually do want to film a Shadow and Bone journal with me. I just wasn't sure if I wanted to do a voiceover, so that'll probably just be a nice little aesthetic one with music in the background. And speaking of Shadow and Bone, I also made this sticker after binging the show for Mal and Alina, which I didn't ship them when I read the books, but Archie just made me fall in love with Mal, and them saying "you're my North Star," I had to make a sticker for it, and I just put it because it went with like the little beige-ish theme because it was yellow. And there's another Shadow and Bone sticker that I made for Nina and Matthias that I'm going to use a little bit later on. And I just love the cast. Chef's Kiss, love them. Oh my goodness. I also rewatch a lot of shows when I'm in need of comfort. In working so much, I was really in need of comfort. And I rewatched a big chunk of Pretty Little Liars. I kind of stopped because I got bored. But it was a fun time while I was doing it, so I did put it on my favorites, even though I've already seen it. And as for what I'm doing on this journal page right here, I'm just doing a background so I can write my favorites. And I'm about to put this map washi tape from the washi tape shop just to tie in the more Shadow and Bone feeling, I guess, because Alina was a map maker and it just fits so well.
As for movies, I feel like I didn't really watch many. If I did, I either rewatched them or they weren't that good. But I did watch Creep and Creep 2 on Netflix, and I actually really enjoyed them. I think they're considered horror movies. They weren't scary for me, and it was more of a found footage type of movie. if that's what you call that movie, where the main character is recording through a camera the whole time. So, yeah, I just really, really liked it. It was kind of funny and just different. I do really recommend these two movies if you want a fun type of horror movie, not necessarily scary, but a good time. This part is where I start to fill in my favorites for April, which I didn't really have many favorites for April, and it's kind of tragic. But actually, that green sticker underneath Nina and Matthias's picture is what I was talking about earlier when I said I created a second Shadow and Bone inspired sticker, and it says a place where we can just be Nina Zenig and Matthias Helvar. And I just love them so, so, so much, and I created that sticker for them. Yes, I'm really proud of that idea, actually. I guess since I am writing down my favorite books for April, I can talk about the books that I read in April right about now. I basically just binge read and finished the Addicted slash Calloway Sisters series by Christina and Becca Ritchie. Those were the only books I read that month, other than a reread of The Deal by Elle Kennedy. I absolutely fell in love with this series. It was a rough ride for me in the beginning. I did not like the first two books, and the third book was okay. But once I hit the Calloway Sisters spinoff, I was fully and completely invested in this series and the characters. It it's just so good. If you were looking for found family trope mixed in with real family, and if you're looking for some good book boyfriends and just female characters to love, this series is definitely worth it. It's a romance series, but it's just, I keep saying it's so good because it's just so good. I don't have words. I fell in love with the series, and the last book just made me cry because I was just so upset that it was over. I just think that it's worth the read. I promise you, if you like romance books and you are a character driven reader, that you will love this series once you get past the first two books. Maybe you like the first two books. I personally just didn't, but I promise you, check this series out if you are interested in it. It's about these three sisters who are very wealthy because of their family's soda business. I think it was soda. And it's just about their lives and how they are under the media a lot, and paparazzi follow them, and just different scandals that happen between them and their prospective guy love interest. It's just chef's kiss, honestly. I think I already said chef's kiss in this voiceover, but I really mean it. As for what I'm doing on the screen right now, I'm actually writing a playlist that I made about Nina and Matthias. I'm a real big fan of making playlists for anything, different moods, characters, ships, just anything. I'm a sucker for a good playlist making session. And so I just decided to, since I didn't really have many favorites or anything this month, that I should maybe add one of my playlists that I made in the month of April into my favorites page, and my Nina and Matthias playlist. I was real proud of it, so I decided to write down most of the songs. They all didn't fit on this page after all, but a good majority of them did fit, so I put them on this little paper, and then I'm going to fold it up and put it in the envelope that I glued down next to Nina and Matthias's picture. I just thought that was a cute little idea since I didn't have anything to write really, nor did I print out a lot of pictures. So yeah, that was my thinking process. My mom actually watched Shadow and Bone before I did since I worked the weekend it came out, and I didn't get to watch it until I flew back home on Monday. And I think she really enjoyed it, so I'm going to try and convince her somehow to read Six of Crows. Mom, I know you're watching this, and when you get to this part, please read Six of Crows. It'll make me so happy. And if you are big Nina and Matthias shippers as well, and you think that I should add certain songs to this playlist that I have for them, please let me know in the comments. I would love to make this playlist even more epic. So please give me some song recommendations. I would absolutely love that. That is it for my April favorites journal with me. I am actually going to be filming my May favorites within the next few days so I can get that up soon, and along with some more different types of journaling videos now that I have free time. So I hope you guys are excited for that. I am so excited for it. Let me know in the comments what your April favorites were, and thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye!